we are at the second CR Sammelan at the Vigyan Bhavan this morning, and this is the second year that we are holding this Sammelan, that is, a congregation of all the community radio stations in India. And I would say this is bigger and better. Bigger because there are more participants than there were last year. And better, I think, because of the nature of engagement of these stations. Last year was the first time such an event was thought of, and people came together, so some of them were not able to make it. And then we also released a compendium which has a listing of all the stations in the country. And perhaps at that time the radio stations didn't understand the significance or the relevance of it. So we had to persuade them a lot, please send us your material. Some could, some didn't. But when that compendium came out, that was such a hit. Now everybody who wants to engage with community radio stations in India looks at the compendium because it gives them a spread of stations across the country. Now this year, when the compendium was being updated, we really had so much enthusiastic participation in it. And the other aspect this year that was not there last year is, the GOPA holders, the people who have signed this grant of permission, they are also here. They have been invited. So this gives them a very good sneak preview, if I may say, into what really happens in the stations and what do they do, how do they engage with communities, the funding. They have so many questions, and this is a wonderful, wonderful way for them to interact with each other. And there are several ideas floated, like collaborative content sharing. This happens sporadically when people meet, sometimes online. But here is an opportunity for all the stations to come together. For example, if you take Maharashtra, there are some, say, 10 or 11 people, but they probably don't meet each other at all. And this is what provides them an opportunity. And in addition to that, I think what is really motivating is that the high officials of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, they all are part of this. Like starting with the minister. Last year the minister was here, Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Madam Ambika Soni was here last year, and the Minister of State, the Secretary, and so on, and everybody else. So because of this the presence of all the ministry officials, it gives the stations a sense of importance and recognition. And this whole thing, of course, I think is possible because we have such a dynamic, proactive Joint Secretary, Supriya Sahu, who really puts her heart and soul into, energizing this sector. So in that sense, I think it's a wonderful time, and I'm really looking forward to a very, very vibrant, dynamic exchange over 3 days. And the other significant change this year is the ministry has announced awards. Last year CEMCA had started this on a small experimental basis where we had invited people to send us programs, and we had awards in 4 categories. It was a little low-key and we did not have that many participants. But this year the ministry has taken ownership of the awards. There are cash prizes, there were national advertisements released. So once again, here again, the participation has been phenomenal, with way more entries than there were last year. So yes, so it's been a wonderful time putting this together, and we hope to see great results of what we've all been working on the back end. I think we will sit back and enjoy the great show over the next 3 days.